Hello, I'm your Kingdom Spiritual Transformational and Life Purpose Life Coach and Mentor Latricia Booker here with Kingdom Business, where we are empowered. Where we here, we get delivered and we get free. We know who we are. We elevate our minds and our spirits and raise and expand our consciousness to ultimately walk in our true divine purpose and power, and that is the truth of who God has created us to be. Kingdom people, we are history makers. We are real changers. We are dream successors. We are wealth generators. We are manifestors. We are curse breakers. And we most definitely are transformers. More than meets the eye. Yeah, kingdom people. We are. Kingdom people, thank you all so very much for viewing my videos. Thank you for all the likes, subscribe, shares, for all your comments and feedback. Thank you for all your financial contributions to my channel. Thank you for all the seeds that you sow into me and my ministry. Thank you, Kingdom people, for all of your bookings and for all of your purchases. Thank you, Kingdom people, for all your prayers and your encouragement. Thank you, Kingdom people, for all that you do here on Kingdom Business. Kingdom people, thank you. So, Kingdom people, I am on location, and you already know what I'm here to do. And if you don't know, then now you know. I am here to drop this beat, this word, this message. Yeah. So, Kingdom people, I am the chain breaker, and you are chain breakers too. Are y'all ready to break these chains? Let's go, Kingdom people. I was about to say, come on, Kingdom people. Come on, too. Kingdom people, come on. Come on, let me upgrade you. Kingdom people, come on. Come on, and let me activate you. Come on, Kingdom people. Kingdom people, your push-through game is strong. Understand. Your push-through game is strong. Kingdom people, let me tell you something. You can and you will and you do overcome every single thing that is placed before you. Every single thing that is placed before you to, I want to say, to deter you, to stop you, to block you. But the truth of the matter is, all those things are there and designed to strengthen you, to push you forward, and to elevate you, Kingdom people. Kingdom people, why? Because your push-through game is strong. You can push through any and everything. Just push. Just keep pushing. Keep pressing. Now, the real deal about this message is this. This message stems from last week, I want to say. Possibly the week before. It happened a couple of times over the last few weeks or so. What happened was this, Kingdom people. I had a couple of moments of picking up on the spirit of depression. Now, notice I said picking up on the spirit of depression, because, Kingdom people, depression is a spirit. But many a times, what happens is people who are depressed, you can pick on their spirit. I spoke the other day about, in my last video, I want to say, I spoke about thoughts. And how sometimes, no, not your thoughts. Which is why it's so important for you to know yourself. Know who you are. Spend time with yourself. Get in touch and in tune with you. Do your inner work. Because when things come up, thoughts that are foreign, that are external of you, from you, you know. And that's because you can pick up on others' thoughts. And again, sometimes people project their thoughts onto you. Kingdom people, it's the same thing with depression. And dare I say, anything else. But let's talk about depression for right now. Because there is a spirit of depression that's lingering over the earth. But Kingdom people, fear not. Because there's the spirit of God is also lingering and hovering over the earth. So, Kingdom people, it's up to you as to what spirit you tap into. Again, Kingdom people, sometimes you are picking up on other people's depression. Sometimes people are projecting their depression on you. Let me explain. Unfortunately, and as we already somewhat know, them ones want you to be depressed. They want you to feel down. They don't want you to feel good about yourself. They don't want you to be competent and confident and all those things. They don't want you to be none of that. So many times they will project those things onto you. They want you to feel inconfident. They want you to feel depressed. They want you to be depressed. Now, remember, projection is simply projecting your own feelings on how you feel about yourself onto another, in this case, of course. So, kingdom people, when people are projecting depression on you, it's because they themselves are depressed. Kingdom people, depression is a very common thing, unfortunately. Now, when I speak of this, I'm not speaking down on anyone, or I'm not speaking lightly about it. Now, if you are someone who is clinically depressed, or you really do have some issues going on, please, by all means, get help. Get help. It's a really serious thing that runs rapid within our society. And again, as I said, it's a spirit, and we want to be very careful with that. We want to be healthy mentally. We want to be healthy spiritually. We don't want to be depressed. But I do want to tell you this, kingdom people, you also have to be careful of your own thoughts, because what I've come to learn, although it is a spirit that's hovering over this earth, and if you're not careful, that spirit will overtake you and overcome you. It also stems from your own thinking, which is why, again, I'm gonna say, because I've said quite often, and I'll probably continue to say it, it's so important, the thoughts you're thinking. You have to be careful of the thoughts you're thinking. Even if you're in bad situations, or in some situations you don't like the way your life is going, you don't like certain things, you have to be careful that you're not allowing it to depress you. If anything, you allow it to motivate you and encourage you to make some changes in your life. But if you sit around and think, woe is me, this happened to me, this is going on, my life sucks, those kind of things, you're going to be depressed. And usually people that think that way, not all the time, but them ones, because they are already thinking those kind of ways, they want to project them onto you, those thoughts onto you. But again, be careful, kingdom people, that you are not thinking those thoughts. And when you are doing that, when you're not thinking depressed thoughts, when you're doing the things to make yourself, to uplift yourself. And so I guess in some ways what I'm saying is that's what you want to do to avoid the spirit of depression. You want to nurture yourself. You want to take care of yourself. You want to think the right thoughts. You want to do the things that make you feel good, that bring you joy. And I'm not talking about being reckless. I'm not talking about being out here saying I'm living it up. I'm living up life, living it up in a reckless way. Live it up in a good, positive way, in a clean way. And that can help you avoid from being depressed. Again, it is a spirit. It is a spirit. So I'm warning you to be careful of that spirit, because many a times when you picking up on the spirit of depression, if you are doing all those things properly, if you are walking with God, I'm talking about really walking with God, really walking in his spirit, really in relationship with him. Now, that doesn't mean you don't have your moments, life doesn't happen, but you know how to push through, because that's just what's in you. Your push through game is strong, kingdom people, because God is with you. You have faith in God. You trust. You know God got you. He's been pushing you through and getting you through all your life up until this point. So your push through game is strong, yet the spirit of depression is, again, hovering over this earth. It's lurking. It's lurking. And I'm literally hearing the devil comes to kill, steal, and destroy. But Jesus came to give you life, and life more abundantly. The devil came to kill, steal, and destroy. And one of the ways he came to kill, steal, and destroy your peace and your joy, your happiness, is through the spirit of depression. So, kingdom people, here's the thing. Sometimes it's not you who's depressed. It's not you who you're feeling. You can be picking up on the spirit of depression around you. Again, I started off saying how this came from something I experienced a couple of times over the last few weeks. I myself personally am not one who suffers from depression. However, I have experienced small bouts of it. Once, years ago, many years ago, but I didn't even know that's what it was until later on in life, when I started to understand, when I became more aware of it, of depression, and I realized that I had some mild depression years ago. But even in that time, I pressed through. I pushed through without even understanding what was going on with me. And what I was experiencing it surrounded some things that I was experiencing that were very demonic. It was some things that I was experiencing that I didn't understand. And it could have been scary, but I trusted God. And I wasn't afraid of what was happening, although I didn't understand at the time. It was a lot of demonic activity going on in my life and around me that I couldn't explain, and that was weird. I could not really talk to people about it because they would have thought I was crazy. But I wasn't afraid. I trusted God and I pushed through it. Eventually, I came to the place of understanding what was going on, because I ended up breaking down and sharing with someone what I was experiencing, and they ended up sharing some knowledge and information with me and some books that helped give me insight as to what I was experiencing. But I'm saying all that to say that I've never really been one who experienced depression, with the exception of that years ago, which I didn't even recognize it as being that, and it was very mild, but I pushed through. Kingdom people, why? Because my push through game is strong. Kingdom people, the reason why you right here right now today, after all that you have experienced, is because your push through game is strong, kingdom people. So kingdom people, you have to keep pushing through, even through depression, and depression that may be trying to hover over you or penetrate you, should I say. So again, going back to what I was saying, what I have been experiencing over the last few months, I'm getting to it, kingdom people, is that spirit, I would pick up on depression, like the feeling of depression. I would be looking around. It happened one day just during the day, and one day when I woke up, as soon as I woke up, I felt it, and I'm looking like, because I know it's not me, but I knew immediately. But I've experienced this quite regularly in a way where I can sense it, but I know it's not mine. So when I was picking up on it these couple of times over the last few weeks, God would immediately start to show me certain people who were depressed and who I was picking up on, and even people around me. Now, here's the thing, just like thoughts, you know, in the thoughts of doubt, you can feel people's thoughts of doubt, and you can, if you're, some would call empath, but if you're sensitive in spirit, you can feel people, whether it be someone you're interacting with and engaging with, or just walking past, whatever it may be, but you can feel and sense their energy and the whatever is going on with people around you. And many of times God will start giving you words or giving you explanation and giving you discernment as to who it is, what it is, and what's going on. And so I'm saying all that to say, kingdom people, you can pick up on people's depression. You can pick up on people's depression. Yes, sometimes they project it on you, because even in a way where if someone is thinking about you, if someone who's depressed is thinking about you, whether they depressed or whatever they're going through, if they're in some kind of inner turmoil, but we're talking about depression, but this happens with everything. If you're someone that's very depressed, is thinking about you very hard, you'll feel their depression. Kingdom people, that is not your depression. You have to push through that. You have to first know that it's not yours. And then when it's trying to penetrate you, you have to push through it, kingdom people. Your push through game is strong. So you got to push on through their depression. Even if you have some of your own. Again, get your mind right. Think the right thoughts. It's all kind of, it's a wealth of information out here that can help you through that. If need be, speak to a therapist. But you have to change the way you're thinking. You have to change the way you're living, the way you're doing things. But you can't push through that depression, because kingdom people, your push through game is strong. Now, going back to when it's not yours, you still have to push through. Again, you have to first know it's not yours. But you have to push through that feeling around you. Because the truth is, kingdom people, like I already said, so many people are depressed. Listen, I learned this several years ago. People get depressed, like I already said, about how they view their life. But people also are depressed when the weather is not sunny. I've learned that. Now, I've heard literature and information and statistics that say how when it's sunny, people are happier. And when it's not sunny, when it's foggy and rainy, that they're not so happy. And it tripped me out because I'm like, people allow the weather to dictate their mood. They do. The point here is that if you're allowing the weather to dictate your mood, the weather is controlling you. Kingdom people, your push-through game is strong. So you can't be allowing no weather to dictate how you feel. The only time you feel all right is if it's sunny outside. Kingdom people, your push-through game is strong. You have to push through that. Now, here's the thing. Sometimes when it's rainy and when it's foggy and people around you are depressed because that's just what they do. I'm hearing they don't have any spiritual resolve or stamina to push through the weather. They become depressed. And you may feel their depression. It's not your depression if you're doing all the proper things. If you're not in a state of depression, it's not your depression. But again, unfortunately, many people get depressed when it's foggy and rainy. Now, I have to say this. Although I don't identify with that, when it is rainy and foggy, if I'm able to, I get rest, but not depressed. I'm going to say that again. When it's rainy and foggy, I don't get depressed, but if I can, I get some rest. In other words, just take it easy for the day. Do a little self-care. You know, maybe lay back and watch a movie or read a good book. Just chill out, because that weather can be very relaxing, but it should not be depressing you. But for some people, it does. Some people are controlled. Their mood is controlled by the weather. Their mood is controlled by what's going on around them in their life. And sometimes their mood is controlled by that spirit of depression that's hovering around them. Which is why I'm saying to you, kingdom people, you have to push through. Because your push-through game is strong. You cannot allow the spirit of depression, because it's around and in the vicinity, and even among this earth, as I said, collectively, so many people are depressed. You cannot allow that spirit to take root in you. You cannot allow that spirit of depression to penetrate you and cause you to be depressed, kingdom people. You have to push through. Kingdom people, your push through game is strong. You still here. You done already pushed through plenty. Don't allow the depression of the world, the depression of the people around you, the depression of those who are projecting depression onto you, the depression of those who are depressed that are thinking on you, to cause you to be depressed. You have to push through, kingdom people. Your push through game is strong. So, kingdom people, I know I'm speaking about depression, and I'm speaking about it because this is what God gave me. He literally told me, he was literally speaking to me about how I need to tell the kingdom people, for the most part, that's not you. You're feeling other people's depression. You have to know the difference. Again, if it's you, do the work. You don't have to be depressed, kingdom people. Change your thoughts. Change your mind, change your entire life, change your entire existence. Many of you already know what I'm talking about, because there's people around that you are aware of that can't understand why you okay, why you happy, why you not depressed in the world we live in. But we know, kingdom people, because our push-through game is strong. We don't allow the spirit of depression to penetrate us. We don't allow the spirit of depression to take over our life. We are in control of how we feel. And no one can think you into depression, and no one can project depression on you. They'll try, But kingdom people, your push through game is strong because you ain't depressed. And again, if you are experiencing some depression, get some help, do some work, change your mind. If your life ain't like what you want it to be, do what you need to do to make it work. Walk with God, have faith. You should already be doing that, but maybe you need to level it up some. But your depression many a times is a result of what you're thinking, how you're viewing things, your perspective. Change your perspective, change your entire life, kingdom people. You don't have to be depressed. Your push through game is strong. Push on through, kingdom people. Now, James 1, 2 through 4 James 1, 2 through 4 says, "Dear brothers and sisters, when troubles come your way, consider it an opportunity for great joy. For you know that when your faith is tested, your endurance has a chance to grow. So let it grow. For when your endurance is fully developed, you will be perfect and complete, needing nothing." So, kingdom people, because your push through game is so strong, as you continue to push through, first of all, it's testing your faith. First of all, or should I say, second of all, it's giving you a chance to endure because you're pushing through. So the more you push through, the stronger you get. And it says here, let it grow. You're growing. You're gaining more endurance, more stamina because you're pushing through. And it says here, for when your endurance is fully developed, kingdom people, check this out. You will be perfect and complete, needing nothing. So the more you push through all that depression, or the depression around you, the depression of others, and whatever else you need to push through, you will become to where you are perfect and complete, needing nothing but God, that is. But that's the God completion in you. So, kingdom people, keep on pushing through. Your push through game is strong. You already have evidence of that. You have pushed through. Just keep pushing through, kingdom people, because you will be perfect and complete, needing nothing. Kingdom people, your push through game is strong. Isaiah 58:11 says, "The Lord will guide you continually, giving you water when you are dry." And restoring your strength. I had a little moment. I'm going to start that over. Isaiah 58:11. "The Lord will guide you continually, giving you water when you are dry, and restoring your strength. You will be like a well-watered garden, like an ever-flowing spring." That's so good, kingdom people. So what's happening? Yeah, all this depression hovering over you, or around you, should I say. Yeah, hovering over the earth, all around you. People depressed. Projections is happening. A lot of people you might even be a little depressed yourself, but you pushing through. So what's happening is, it says the Lord will guide you continually. Let him help you. Let him help you push through. Give you the right thoughts. Show you what to put your attention on. Follow his instructions and steps. He will show you what to do. It says giving you water. Kingdom people, giving you water when you are dry. And restoring your strength, kingdom people. That's that push through strength. He's guiding you, and he's giving you more push through strength. Your push through game is strong, kingdom people, because he's restoring you constantly. And it says you will be like a well-watered garden. Your push through is strong, kingdom people, like an ever-flowing spring. Kingdom people, your push through game is strong. God is constantly restoring you and giving you strength. And you are like an ever-flowing spring. He's constantly restoring you. That's why your push through game is strong, kingdom people. So, kingdom people, push through all that stuff. Specifically here, that spirit of depression that's hovering over this earth, that's in the spirits and minds of people around you or whatever. Push through, kingdom people, because your push through game is strong. God said so. Kingdom people, your push through game is strong. Okay? Okay. So, kingdom people, I am going to let that rest right there. If you like this video and or if it resonates with you, please just go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Then click on that red subscribe button and subscribe to my channel if you have not already done so. Thank you. Then click on that bell right next to that red subscribe button so that you can get a notification every time I upload a new video. Something like this from Kingdom People. Also, if you are interested in any of the services that I presently offer, if you are interested in sowing a seed into me and or my ministry, if you would like to check out my podcast and join the Facebook group for the podcast show, if you would like to comment or share your perspective and give feedback, if you would like to purchase any of the products that I offer, you can find all the information right down below in the description box. Kingdom people, if you are interested in my YouTube membership, you can click on the join button right down below and join the membership. Kingdom people, kingdom people, kingdom people. You all know that I don't want to leave you, but I do have to go right now. But I'll be back to hold my kingdom people down. Kingdom people, I love y'all so very much. I really love you all. I appreciate you being here, spending this time here with me. But with that being said, much love, light, and peace, and many blessings to you all. Kingdom people, above all else, let the Holy Spirit lead you in all things at all times. Kingdom people, that is my time. Jesus girl is out. Peace.